1187 CE. The walls of Jerusalem. 88 years. 88 years since the gates of Al-Aqsa had been closed to the Muslim world. And now, one man stood at those gates. The Crusader commander came forward. He looked at the Muslim army surrounding the city.
If you force us out, we will tear down Al-Aqsa ourselves, stone by stone, before you ever set foot inside.
The entire army waited. Generals waited. Soldiers waited. Salahuddin looked at Al-Aqsa in the distance. Then he looked back at the commander and smiled.
Then, we will take it back, stone by stone.
Before he was a legend, before he was a king, before the world knew his name, he was just a boy. Born in Tikrit in 1137, Yusuf ibn Ayub, the son of a soldier, not a prince, not a chosen one, just a boy. His father would sit with him at night and tell him stories, not stories of treasure or power, stories of Al-Aqsa.
Yusuf, there is a masjid that our prophet himself prayed in, where he led every prophet before him in prayer on the night of the miraculous journey. That masjid is waiting for someone worthy enough to give it back to Allah.
Young Yusuf listened, every single night. And somewhere deep inside him, those words planted a seed that would take decades to bloom. But before Salahuddin's story, there's another story. A story of loss. 1099 CE. The Crusaders entered Jerusalem. What happened inside those walls that day shook the entire Muslim world. Scholars wept in their mosques, mothers held their children tighter, and a generation grew up knowing they had lost something sacred, something that could not be replaced. Al-Aqsa, the first Qibla of Islam, the land of the prophets, gone. And for 88 years, the Muslim world waited, prayed, and hoped. Leaders came and went. Armies were raised and defeated. Promises were made and broken. Until one man decided that waiting was over. Salahuddin did not become great overnight. He failed. He doubted. He was tested. Those who knew him said he would wake before Fajr every single night, not because someone told him to, but because he felt Al-Aqsa calling him. His soldiers said he ate less than the poorest man in his army. He slept less than his guards. He gave more than he kept. Once, a scholar came to him and found him crying alone in his tent.
What troubles you? You have armies, you have power. What could possibly make a man like you weep?
Al-Aqsa. Every night I close my eyes and I see it. And every morning I wake up, and it is still not free. What kind of Muslim am I if I cannot answer its call?
A man who weeps for Al-Aqsa will never be abandoned by Allah.
Salahuddin wiped his tears, stood up, and never looked back. Before Jerusalem, there was Hattin, July 1187, the decisive moment. Salahuddin did not just fight the Crusader army, he outthought them. He knew one thing about his enemy. In the desert heat of July, an army without water is already defeated. He positioned his forces around every water source and waited. The Crusader army marched through the desert, heat above them, thirst inside them, and Salahuddin's army surrounding them. When the battle began, it was already over. The Crusader army collapsed, not just from swords, but from the weight of their own arrogance. That night, Salahuddin sat with his commanders. They celebrated, but he was quiet.
Why are you not celebrating? We have won the greatest battle of our generation.
The battle was never Hattin. The battle is Jerusalem.
And so we return to those gates. The Crusader commander made his threat. Salahuddin gave his answer. And on the 2nd of October, 1187, a Friday, the day of Jama'ah, the gates of Jerusalem opened. The world held its breath. What would happen now? History had seen what conquerors do. History had seen revenge. History had seen bloodshed. But history had never seen anything like this. Salahuddin entered Jerusalem and gave the order.
Not one civilian is harmed. Not one church is touched. Every person who wishes to leave, leaves safely. Every person who wishes to stay, stays safely. This is not our revenge. This is our mercy. And our mercy comes from Allah.
The world watched in complete shock. Even the Crusader historians wrote, "We have never seen a conqueror like this." Salahuddin walked through the streets of Jerusalem, past the churches he had protected, past the people he had spared, until he reached the gates of Al-Aqsa. He stopped, looked up, and for the first time in 88 years, a Muslim entered Al-Aqsa. Salahuddin walked inside, fell to his knees, and wept. Not tears of victory, tears of gratitude.
All praise belongs to Allah, who allowed this servant to answer your house's call.
That was 1187, 836 years ago. Today, Al-Aqsa is calling again. The same land, the same pain, the same prayer, and the same Allah who answered once will answer again, because Allah's promise never expires. But before Salahuddin entered those gates, there was one night, one conversation that almost made him turn back. That story has never been told. O Allah, we ask you today for the people of Palestine, for every mother who has lost her child, for every child who has lost their home, for every heart that is broken but still says Allah is enough for us. O Allah, you answered the call of Al-Aqsa once, through one man, one faith, one prayer. Answer it again. Protect Al-Aqsa, free Palestine, and grant every martyr the highest place in Jannah. Ameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And never think of those who have been killed in the cause of Allah as dead. Rather, they are alive with their Lord, receiving provision.